Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
We're the TheRcSaylors, and we finally caught a break in the weather, so we're going to put a drone in the air today for you. This is a $35, $36 quadcopter that has altitude hold. Should be great for beginners learning to fly. Let's take a look at what comes in the box. We'll put it in the air and see how it does. Now, everything about this drone is super generic, but sometimes generic is what you need to learn to fly on. It does come with its own instructions. We have a very basic looking white quadcopter. There's nothing really standoutish or special about this.
No camera.
No camera. The transmitter does have altitude hold, so that's really the main reason we'd be interested in buying this. It's we see these at around $20, $25 for this size and price point, but without altitude hold. So we're going to pay about $10 more or so to have that function. It charges through this little USB dongle here, and the battery is a single cell, 3.7 volts. That is a 550 milliamp LiPo battery. So I'm hoping for like a 7 or 8 minute flight time out of this. It does have landing gear. And if you're newer, I would recommend installing the landing gear and the prop guards. That's going to help protect your drone. As you get a little bit better at flying, take your landing gear off. The bottom of the drone won't be as protected, but you'll get a slightly longer flight time. And then you get even better at flying, take your prop guards off. And you're going to get probably another 30 seconds or so out of your drone while you're flying. Let's pop the battery in here. Put it in the air, see how it flies. On a quad like this, to bind it before you fly, you have to turn it on first, then your transmitter, then you give it a little throttle up and down, and then you're bound. So now to start the motors, we just pull both of the joysticks down and out. And we do actually have an auto takeoff button, so I think we just hold that. It says long press to take off, but doesn't seem to be doing it.
You're hitting the wrong button. It's the top one. This button.
Nope, that's photo. Photo, long press enter without tail mode. So we're just going to push throttle up.
Okay.
And we are in altitude hold now. I'm not going to touch the throttle for just a minute to see how it does. And a very slight breeze, probably 1 to 2 miles an hour. Very slight breeze. This is in the beginning rate 2, and it's pretty smooth sounding. These are brushed motors, of course.
This is the type of quadcopter that I loved to fly when I was learning to fly. These big, well, they're not huge, but they're like bulkier, and it's just the sound of it. They're brush motors, and they're pretty durable quadcopters, and this is what I learned to fly on. Every time we had a quad like this when we first started doing YouTube, I had to fly it. Yeah. Because I was able to fly these for some reason.
Although you didn't have altitude hold.
I did not have altitude hold back then.
They've progressed a bit. Now we have high rates, so this is rate 2 now, and it's very snappy. Yeah. Wow. Pretty impressed by that. I do like the lights on the bottom of this too. I'm going to fly a little higher so maybe you can see them. They have blue on the back and green on the front, and they look good. Camera doesn't do them much justice, but I can tell you the lights look good. Okay,
I saw them there for a second.
See if we have high rates. We do. Wow. Look at that. Can do the perfect cyclone with this. That's amazing. I'm really impressed.
What about flips?
Okay, yeah, we do have a flip button, so let's see here. Okay. Flips here. 3, 2, 1. No, that was return to home. Sorry, that was the camera. That was the camera button. Let's do this. Nice flip. So all I'm doing is pressing the flip button, pick a direction, and it does it on its own.
Can it do crazy flips?
It cannot, because this is altitude hold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you can't really turn the throttle off. It's always on.
Gotcha.
The flips are good. Okay, it got stuck.
Do a lot of flips.
And then it shot back up higher. That was pretty good. The button got stuck. So
well, it can do multiple flips, which is nice.
Yeah, let's do that return to home again. Let's see if I can. Okay, let's try it. Was it this one? Oh my goodness.
It was coming. It was coming back.
That was the wind.
Oh.
Here we go. 1 key return. Okay, here we go. Return to home. Not bad. Okay, nice. Let's try headless mode. Or in other words, the way they say it in the instructions, long press to enter without tail mode. So let's do it. Abby, we lost our tail. We're in headless mode now, and I'm pushing away as I give it full yaw, and it's working just fine. Yeah. So I'm rotating the drone while I fly around with full yaw and just pushing in one direction, and it goes in that direction. So I applaud that it is actually working. Very nice. Very nice. Get it out of headless mode. Get our orientation back, and I think I'm just going to pass the controls off to you. You don't get to fly enough, so.
Okay.
There we go. Just hold the throttle down to turn that off. Yeah, Abby's at the controls. Let's have a little fun. Down and out. There you go. I think you'll like this. It does remind me of those quads that you used to fly to learn on. Because I remember this one you had. It had crazy bright lights. And you slammed it into light poles and everything.
Ballerina quad.
The ballerina quad.
That had the awesome light bars on it.
Yeah. And you knocked the light bars out of it.
And it still flew.
It still flew just fine. That was like your favorite little drone. Because that was like the first one you could fly. And it was like your very first little China drone. There you go.
What rate are we in?
1 or 2.
Where's the rate button?
I don't remember.
I don't know what that button's doing.
Try this one.
I think I have it in headless mode.
I think you have to hold.
And it's coming back toward us.
So that's the wind.
Yeah, I took it out or whatever that
Yeah. Press and hold that one right there.
Why is it coming? Whoa, dragonfly!
Yeah. The wind is pushing it. Nope, that's not it. Is that the battery? No. No. So when I handed Abby the controls, I also handed her the instructions that had the...
Wanting to land.
Okay, so the battery's probably low.
You will not land! Let me fly! It's full throttle.
That's not good for the battery, guys.
I didn't even get to do
No, I'm sorry. That was a really short flight.
Man.
To be very honest with you, that was a very short flight time. I think that for that price point, what it's doing, and how light this is, we stripped it down. This should fly longer than 5 minutes. I was expecting Abby to get at least 3 or 4 minutes of flight out of that. Everything functioned on here really well. I can't say anything bad about what it is, but the flight time was kind of short. We've had some quads on the channel that are priced a little better, and they stand out a little more than this, and they have a longer flight time. So I'll tell you one thing that you'll find on our channel that you may not on some others is we have cards pop up in the top. They're not just waste of time cards. If we take the time to put one of those little sliders that go across the screen at the top of the video.
This corner.
Over here?
Yeah.
It's opposite. When I'm watching the
I will
video,
not
it's
take
on
the
this
time
side.
to probably line this up with what you're talking
No, it's okay. It's fine. But you'll have noticed.
I take the time to go through, or Nathan does, whoever uploads the video, to find relevant quads. So all the quadcopters that I link will be about the same or better than this.
Usually we like the ones that we've linked up there.
Yep.
And especially the one at the end of the video. So, this is not a bad quadcopter, but I think there are better ones out there for your money. Now, if you're interested in this, we'll have a link in the description box below. By all means, check it out. You may catch it on a flash sale. I think it would be worth $25. If you call it for that, definitely buy it. But a little bit on the short flight time. You could probably put a slightly larger battery in there to fix that. But other than that, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Not the best, not the worst. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye!